The 1.2 billion euro Facebook fine. Verizon beams up Scotti into space. Walmart gets social. They get social. And Twitter's about to face a new challenge. It's Monday, May 22nd, 2023. Let's nerd out.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
The Ad Nerds Podcast delivers ad industry news weekdays. We are the go-to source for people who spend money on advertising, covering big brands, small businesses, and the latest marketing trends. It's me, Spanky Moskowitz, the show's host and a nearly 40-year veteran of the ad industry. I've created campaigns for Budweiser, M&M's, Frito-Lay, the NFL, and NBA. I've created over 100,000 ads, generating hundreds of billions in client revenue. If you're in or interested in the world of advertising and want to stay up to date with the latest news, the Ad Nerds Podcast is the perfect place to start.
Ad Nerds Podcast.
Facebook, or Meta, I still struggle with the rebrand, has been hit with a huge 1.2 billion euro fine from the Irish government for breaching EU data transfer regulations. Now, Facebook's Q1 profitability was nearly $6 billion, so this fine is relatively minor in terms of the overall financial scheme, but it has provoked a response from Facebook. The company's PR head, Nick Clegg, expressed disappointment at Facebook being singled out for using the same legal mechanism as numerous other companies providing services in Europe. He claimed the decision was flawed, unjustified, and set a risky precedent for other companies transferring data between the EU and the US, and it's likely that Meta will appeal this decision. Now, historically, the Irish government has been criticized for making let's just say lenient deals with major tech companies. Google, for instance, maintains its business is conducted by, quote, our account managers in Dublin, despite having a significant workforce in London. The fine imposed on Facebook marks a shift in the pattern and suggests a tightening of control over tech behemoths, particularly regarding customer tracking. Now, this tightening of rules is mirrored in the U.S., with the Biden administration striving to synchronize its regulations with those of the EU. This alignment, if achieved, could present significant challenges for tech companies, despite their huge, deep-pocketed lobbying efforts. Media agencies, as well as many U.S. advertisers under the ANA trade body, are resisting these stricter regulations. Remember, tracking is profitable for agencies and lets CMOs perpetuate the narrative that their vast amounts of digital ads are reaching actual people. Now, what does this mean to you, Joe, small business owner, or Jane? What it means is nothing. The reality is, if you build a brand and continue to build your brand and develop your brand awareness and grow your brand across multiple platforms, this doesn't matter. And here's why. You see, data nerds, and I'm sorry, I know there's a lot of data nerds in the performance marketing space. Data nerds, this is how they justify their existence, their jobs, their high salaries. But the reality is that today's marketing structures are a tangled web of multiple touch points. It's not just read an ad in a newspaper or a magazine. It's not just hear an ad on a radio. It's not just a television ad, right? The diversity of digital is so vast that it could come from anywhere. So I don't think that the data is as important. And again, I'm going to get a lot of pushback. That's okay. I can handle the pushback. But I disagree that this is going to have a huge impact on the world. The reality is, if you're building your business properly and building your brand and telling your story, you don't need to worry about any of this crap.
Nerds Podcast.
Verizon says so long to Scotti. We're talking about beaming him up. Scotti is Diego Scotti, their former chief marketing officer. Yes, former. Now, Scotti, he was known for his creative flair at Verizon. The man built up quite a reputation for pushing those big, bold, creative ideas, the kind you can't help but notice on digital TV, etc. But he's also been known to be pretty brash. His relationships with ad agencies, let's just say they were tense, to say the least. Scotti was all about defending creativity and about investing in brand building. Shocking. But that didn't always sit well with the leadership at Verizon, especially as the company started focusing more on cost efficiency. So while the cost cutting is happening and subscriber loss is occurring, Scotti was out there spending a record $3.6 billion in advertising in 2022. Now, I'm not going to make an opinion or call an opinion on whether he was spending too much or too little or not enough or just the right amount. But, when the economy gets a little squirrely, people tend to cut back on their advertising costs, which, by the way, is a mistake. It's the greatest time to buy because when other people shrink their advertising budget, more availability comes on the platforms at a lower price. Let's just say his style didn't always mesh well with agencies. And so now he's leaving Verizon and some folks in the agencies are letting out a sigh of relief, okay? But Scotti's exit isn't just a farewell party. It's a signal. It's a big flashing neon sign that Verizon is changing things. Right now, they are grappling with market share losses and a ton of pressure to make their marketing dollars work even harder. We all are. With Scotti out, Verizon might be thinking it's time to bring in a number cruncher, someone who's more focused on the data, less the big brand guy like Scotti was known for. As for who's going to fill his shoes, no one knows yet, but they might just change the entire structure instead of appointing a new CMO. So if you're looking for a new gig, just saying. Coming up, Walmart gets social. I'll tell you how. But first, a new feature of the Ad Nerds podcast, Classic Ads. I am revisiting some of the most successful and memorable campaigns of the past to help inspire your creativity.
When you're into the latest fashion, you know what fattening drinks are waste. What diet soft drinks have no style, 'cause they've got that diet taste. But not sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Wow! Sugar-free Dr. Pepper tastes fattening, but it's not. How can sugar-free taste so sugarful? What a great taste this one's got. Sugar-free Dr. Pepper tastes fattening, but it's not. Sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Sugar-free.
The most nerdy. It's time for an Ad Nerds podcast.
Are you great at running your business? Well, how about marketing it? If you're like most small business owners, you're great at the thing your business does, but not so great at marketing it. That's where Ad Zombies comes in. We help your business sell more. If you need attention-grabbing, mind-blowing, ridiculously creative advertising for your small business, and you do, Ad Zombies is your creative partner. Ad Zombies writes ads, emails, web copies, sales pages, jingles, TV, outdoor. Our advertising makes your business pop. Go to adzombies.com today. Ad Zombies, ridiculously creative advertising.
Ad Nerds podcast. Ad Nerds podcast.
Lena Zhao, Walmart's U.S. Senior Manager of Social Campaign and Commerce, is making a name for herself in the world of social media shopping. That's right. She's taken the helm in leveraging platforms to make Walmart a frontrunner in this emerging arena. Her first project, a shoppable Snapchat recipe lens, was a huge hit. And the innovative tool enabled users to scan their food at home and receive recipe suggestions based on that food. The impact. The lens reached more than 4 million Snapchatters with an average daily playtime of 23 seconds. Not too bad for a first project, right? But Zhao didn't stop there. When Twitter unveiled its product drops, Walmart was among the early adopters, all thanks to her. She cleverly tapped into the gaming culture on Twitter, promoting Black Friday deals for PS5s, which led to huge amounts of spending with the product drops, racking up an average order value of $515. Can you imagine tapping into a culture on a platform and generating $500 AOVs? Like, seriously, the woman is making her name for herself fast. Her creative drive and insightful approach have also extended to Walmart's hashtag #IsItMondayYet Black Friday campaign on TikTok and diversity representation in marketing as well. She used TikTok's branded mission feature to initiate the campaign, equating Black Friday shopping to a competitive sport for finding the best.
Ad Nerds podcast.
The best deals, that is. The San Francisco-based creative agency Butcher Shop, well, they've met the chopping block. They've unexpectedly shut down, leaving an estimated 100 employees jobless. The agency, which operates under the mantra beat failure, allegedly closed with no notice and said it's contemplating filing for bankruptcy. Founder and CEO Trevor Hubbard was nowhere to be found for comment. Following the sudden closure, lots of butcher shop employees took to LinkedIn to express their sudden unemployment and need for work. Michelle Wang, Butcher Shop's art director, wrote, quote, "I lost my job on Friday along with 100 other talented folks. Now I'm looking for freelance or full-time roles in art direction or brand strategy. Appreciate any leads or connects, ! End quote. So if you need someone like that, Michelle Wang, very talented, very available. Additionally, Butcher Shop Executive Creative Director Britt Hull is now seeking full-time or part-time executive level role in design, creative, or branding with a studio agency or in-house team. Butcher Shop, by the way, had a client roster heavily dominated by tech. Reported a $12 million 2021 and a 50% increase from the previous year, from 2020. And the agency projected a $30 million revenue streak for 2022. In 2021, Butcher Shop acquired Maniac, a Mexico-based Web3 design and development shop, and opened an office in Vienna. The agency, which strived to evolve from a creative design agency into a growth and transformation company, appears to have transformed itself from growth to gone. Coming up, Twitter is about to face a new challenge as Musk meets Zuck in the court of public opinion.
Meow Mix comes in 2 varieties, original and seafood middles. A medley of mackerel, tuna, and crunchy centers bursting with seafood flavor. Meow Mix. Tastes so good, cats ask for it by name.
The most nerdy. It's time for an Ad Nerds podcast.
I've been in the ad game for almost 40 years, but I'm a small business owner, just like you. Getting great creative at an affordable price is a challenge. Correction, was a challenge. It's time to tap into the brainpower of Ad Zombies. We're your creative business partner, crafting attention-grabbing, mind-blowing, ridiculously creative advertising campaigns, outdoor video, and jingles. Yes, we can make your brand sing. Ad agencies around the world use us, and you can too. So if you're ready for advertising that truly makes an impact, go to AdZombies.com today. Ad Zombies, ridiculously creative advertising. Well, we started the show with Meta, and we're wrapping it up with them too. Meta's making moves against Twitter with its upcoming launch of a new app currently named Barcelona. Now, Barcelona isn't your usual app. It's like a chat-based Twitter that's simplified and designed to be a giant group chat that anyone can join. Pretty cool, right? Because nobody's really competed with Twitter. It's tailored to the trend where Instagram users have been favoring DMs over public posts, making the main feed more of a discovery platform. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. You can sign on to the app with your Instagram creds, and it'll sync with your IG followers. You can post updates with up to 500 characters, add links, photos, and videos of up to 5 minutes. You can also reply, like, and repost right there from in the app, kind of like retweeting, you know? But the biggest twist is it's built on a decentralized backend. Now, this is Meta's first shot at a decentralized network, which they say makes your profile compatible with other decentralized systems. So while the app may look like it's going up against Twitter, it's also Meta's way of aligning with changing user trends and experimenting with a decentralized platform to serve social media users differently. It's worth mentioning that creators and celebrities, of course, are getting the VIP treatment with early access. Instagram is leaning into its DM engagement trend, and their billion daily active users might just make this new app the next big thing, possibly giving Twitter a run for its money. Elon Musk himself must brace or might be thinking about, okay, what am I going to do here? Because a chunk of Twitter users could migrate to this similar yet slightly different platform. We'll see what public opinion says. The app, by the way, is due to launch next month. Hey, if you like the Ad Nerds podcast, please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Give it a 5-star rating and a great review. I'd really appreciate it. Well, that's the Ad Nerds podcast for Monday, May 22nd, 2023. Spanky out! Thanks for listening. Have a great day.